Zephaniah or Zephaniah, a Negro Israelite, a son of Cush. Zephaniah means Yahweh hides. Now, Zephaniah's father was named Cushi, and Cushi as an adjective, that means black. In both Hebrew, it means black, and in Greek, it means black. Now, Cushi is an affectionate term for a Negro of Ethiopian origin, derived from the biblical land of Cush. And it is an area that was alongside the Niger River. And if you actually look at ancient maps in 1736 and ancient maps in 1747 of Africa, you'll find a country called Negro Land and the Kingdom of Judah. This is of utmost importance for us to understand how Yahweh is gathering the 12 tribes that are scattered abroad. Because what actually happened is in this Gulf of Guinea in Western Africa, European slave ship holders, they were Ashkenazi slavers. They were of European origin. They were Western Mongols that had infiltrated Britain and mainly Portugal. They were the Ashkenazi slavers. They were wealthy merchant slavers that went down to the coast of Guinea. They employed Mohammedan trappers, Islamics, to go into the Kingdom of Judah and Negro Land and take the royal house of Judah captive in slave ships, as it's recorded in the book of Deuteronomy, and bring them over to America, and they became known today as what? African Americans.
All right, shalom, shalom. It's your brother AHBAD from YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, AHBAD. Unprofitable service in Petersburg, Florida. GMS Tampa Bay 12. We want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahawah, Ba'ashim, Yahawashi, Ba'ashim, Rechakadash. Double honors to my elder apostles at Great Millstone who rule well. Single honor salutation to all you sincere brothers, pushing his word, true to sincerity, four corners of the earth. Peace and blessings to the men, women, and children who do consist of the 1/3. And peace and blessings to the confusion faces as well. Shalom, peace and blessings be unto you all. As you can see in the beginning of my video, I had a clip from this individual. His name is Matthew Nolan. Now, if you look at him, he looks like an Edomite, but what he's speaking on, there's some truth to it, you know. And when I say there's some truth to it, what I'm saying is he's pretty much saying that the Israelites are dark-skinned people or of quote-unquote Negro descent. And he's making a couple other references. You got to know how to dissect the meat from the bone, take the meat from the bones. But pretty much, he made a mistake, a grand mistake. I really recommend that you watch that video. It's about 11 minutes long. Lord willing, I remember to post the URL in the description. But he said that Zephaniah was from Cush, a Cushite, because of his father's name. But that's not the case. Zephaniah was an Israelite, and I'm going to prove that. This is Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 1. The word of Yahawah which came unto Zephaniah, the son of Cushai, the son of Gedaliah, the son of Amariah, the son of Hiskiah, in the days of Josiah, the son of Ammon, king of Judah. So let's go into the name Zephaniah. And even his pronunciation on the word Zephaniah was actually wrong. So I'm just going to go into the blue letter. And the word for Zephaniah in the Lashawan Kodash, which is the holy tongue, the Hebrew, the Paleo-Hebrew, is TAZAPANYAH. TAZAPANYAH. And it says, it tells you Yahawah has treasured, but it also says that it means hidden away. Hidden. If you go into the word Tazapan right here, It says to hide, treasure, treasure, or store up. You know, lurk, hid from discovery, which is pretty much the message of the Bible as well. So TAZAPANYAH means hidden away, or Yahweh's treasure, however you want to look at it. Salaki, let me go back. This is the point I want to prove to. I didn't mean to get all the way up out of that, because he's trying to say that Zephaniah was a Cushite, which is false. The ninth in order of the 12 minor prophet, descendant of King. Listen to this: descendant of King Hezekiah of Judah, and prophet in the time of King Josiah of Judah. So right there, it tells you that he's a descendant of a Judahite. Okay? In order for you to be a Judahite, you must come from the line of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Abraham was a Shemite. He was not a Cushite. He was not from the seed of Ham. Now let's go into his father's name, because because it says Cushite, he's thinking about Cushite. But his father would have to be an Israelite. Okay? So let's go into the word Cushite. And this is what I got. I believe the word is YAHAWASHI. YAHAWASHI. And it says here their blackness, so to say, the blackness. Let's go into that root word really quick. Cushite or Ethiopian. See? So that's why he said the one of the descendants of Cush, the grandson of Noah, through Ham, and a member of the nation of people. That's in the root. But when you go back to this concordance that I'm reading out of, the concordance I'm reading is H3570. The root is H3569. But what it says right here for this concordance, an ancestor of Jehudi, the father of the prophet Zephaniah, which would make him what? An Israelite, because Zephaniah descended from one of the kings of Judah. Okay? Now, let's go into this picture that I have here. This is from excerpt from the Bible, the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. All right. So I'm just showing you the image of this information I'm pulling it from. I actually have this book as well. All right. Now I'm not gonna read what it says right there, because it's gonna say the same thing on another still frame I'm gonna present to you. But I want to let you know how the book looked. All right, Zondervan's Compact Bible Dictionary, and this is basically put together by Jewish scholars. All right. Ham. This is what it says about Ham in there. The youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor, which means the father, of the dark races, not the Negroes. You notice that? And he says a lot about, he goes into about how there was a place in Africa known as the Negro land, and saying that Cush is seen from Ethiopians and things. What he's saying about that, you could say is true, but that does not make Zephaniah a Cushite, because his father's name is Cushai. You have to look at the concordance, the Strongs in which you're using that word. All right, and that word Cushite is talking about a descendant of one descendants of Judah. All right, where you go to, what was it, H3670, and the one before that, H3570, H3569 says it's a descendant from Cush. But what it said right here, Ham is not the progenitor. Ham, he became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes. When you think about Negroes, who you think about? The so-called African Americans today. But the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites. So, in the same breath, you can't say that Zephaniah was a Negro. He said he was a Negro Israelite. We're Hebrew Israelites. I understand what you're getting at, but nah, man. We're not Hamite. We're not Hamitic. We are Shemitic. Understand that? We come from the seed of Shem. So Zephaniah, whose name is TAZAPANYAH, he was an Israelite from the tribe of Judah, one of the 12 tribes of Judah. And also, I said the 12 tribes of Judah, Salakia, one of the 12 tribes of Israel, Salakia. So let's go into this precept in Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. All right. They are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up. Now, before I go any further, what was Adam made out of? The dust of the ground. And what's the best soil that you use? You use that deep, dark, cool, rich soil. And that's what the Most High used to make the first Adam. That dark, rich soil. And we are black unto the ground. But when you go into black, that's not literally talking about actual. There's not a black person walking the earth. There's not a white person walking the earth. You have red people. You have people that have melanin in different hues of brown. That's it. All right. And now they want to say to mourn, be dark, to be dark, to darken cause to mourn, to grow black. But that doesn't solidify as it being saying. It doesn't solidify as it saying. It doesn't make any sense. The ground mourns. The ground mourning to be black and mourn like the ground. No, Judahites are dark-skinned people. Okay, that's what it tells you. Now, for a prime example to prove that, let's go into Songs of Solomon. Now, King David was what? He was a Judahite. We know that, right? His father was Jesse. Now, let's see what King Solomon had to say about his appearance. Okay, listen to this. Songs of Solomon 1 and 5, and I'm going to close after this one. I am black, but comely. O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. Now, understand what he said. I am black, but comely. It was something that a lot of Israelites used to say, what, in the late 70s, early 80s, they'd say black and beautiful. Another word for comely is Yapah, which is what? Beautiful. And Yapah is the name, it's the Hebrew name for Japheth, which is one of the three sons of Noah, which means beautiful. And who are the Japhetic people today? The women, I would say the people from Fiji Islands, the Polynesian Islands, Hawaii, and they have some beautiful women, believe it or not, We say, I am black. So let's go and say that word black really quick. Okay. Dusky, wow. Black use. Okay. Hold on. Salakia. Shakar. That's the word. Shakar. Forgive me. No, hold on. Shachar. Alright. They want to say through the idea of the duskiness of early dawn. I hear what they're saying. To be black of skin. Now, we're not black. Okay. We are different shades of brown. Black is a negative connotation, and white is a positive connotation. Understand? So even Solomon told you, and Solomon, what, a Judahite. So yeah, we dark skinned, but we're not Ethiopian. You can tell by our spirit. He said, I am black but comely, in other words, beautiful. O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. Look not upon me, because I am black, meaning dark, because the sun have looked upon me. Because what happens when us dark-skinned tribes, when we go out into the sun, what happens is that we get darker. Why do we get darker? Because we possess something called melanin. And as the sun hits our skin, the melanocyte cells rapidly reproduce, protecting us from the UV rays, hence, which is why we don't need SPF 15 during the summertime. So you get darker because the melanocyte cells rapidly increase to protect us from the UV rays. But during the wintertime, we get lighter because the UVA rays aren't as harsh as they would be during the summertime. All right. My mother's children were angry with me. They made me the keeper of the vineyards, but my own vineyard have I not kept. So he's telling you, he said, yeah, I'm very dark, but I'm beautiful. There's a saying that women say, they like a man that's tall, dark, and handsome. Point blank, period. They want an Israelite, but that just goes to show you as well too that yeah, we dark, but there's a distinction between us and the other nations, the heathen nations. And before I go any further, I would like to pull out a precept out of Exodus really quick, and bear with me real quick. Let me find it. Now this is to close our precept. All right, this is Exodus chapter 11 verse 7. It's been a while since I pulled this one out. This is archives. I had to knock the dust off this precept. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how that Yahawah have put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. Okay? And you can just tell that by today, because the quote-unquote Negroes that he's speaking about, they dominate all the sports. Basketball, football, track. When the last time you ever seen an Ethiopian or an African Mike Tyson? Okay? Or Usain Bolt? Or Michael Jordan? Allen Iverson? Tiger Woods, Venus and Serena? You haven't. So there's a distinction between the children of Israel and the Egyptians. So Zephaniah was not he was not a Cushite from Ham. He was actually an Israelite, a descendant from the tribe of Judah. All right. But anyways, I pray you edified with this video. I want to give all the glory and praise to YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWAH. And like I always say, man, ask for forgiveness, paradise, cease, and stay humble, remain diligent. Kwame Asha Allah Muwal Hababah. Shalom.